Hi scholars, this is Ms. Ramirez. Today we're going to be talking about a story called Cupid and the Bees. Now, before I tell you the story, we're going to think about a few things to get us ready to really understand this story and maybe even help in the story. The first thing is I have a question for you. I want you all to think about what is a lawyer? Think about where you've maybe heard this word before. Some people might think that lawyers just help people when they're in trouble. And it's true, lawyers do help others when they are in trouble, but they do a lot of other things too. Lawyers actually had to go to college and learn all these little things to help people who are in trouble. So we're going to think about how lawyers help others so we can become lawyers and maybe help Cupid solve his problem. The first thing that a lawyer does is write rules or laws for people to follow. Now, we have rules in school, and they're important because they keep people safe. So lawyers have found that maybe writing rules is something that they need to help people to keep them safe. The next thing that lawyers do is listen to everyone involved in a problem. Sometimes there's a lot of people involved in a problem, so it's important that lawyers get to know everyone's perspective and listen to everyone. The next thing a lawyer does is help people solve problems. So just like we talked about in the beginning, this is something that a lot of people think that lawyers do, but it's one part of what they do. They always help settle arguments. So you see there's a lot of people who may be upset about something, so it's a lawyer's job to help them figure out a solution on how to fix their problem. Then lawyers also make sure that things are fair. Make sure that sometimes people are treated differently. So lawyers work to make sure that everyone is treated equally. So we don't want to, for example, in school, we want to make sure that everyone gets the same lunch, or else it's not fair for everyone. Another thing that lawyers do is investigate and find out what happened during a problem. When there's a problem, lawyers will take a witness, so someone that was there and saw what happened, and they'll ask them questions. They'll collect evidence, maybe if they need to see something, or ask questions to get the real story. So, of all the things that a lawyer does, we said that they write rules or laws, they listen to everyone involved in the problem, they help people solve problems, they make sure that things are fair, and they investigate to find out what happened. Now I want you to think about which one of these do you think is the hardest thing to do? Which one do you think is the hardest for a lawyer to do? Do you think maybe writing rules is hardest? Maybe listening to everyone is the hardest part? Investigating is maybe the hardest part? Or is it trying to make sure that things are fair? Which one do you think is the hardest? I also want you to think about which one is the easiest. Which one do you think a lawyer is like, oh, that's a piece of cake, I can do that? Which one do you think they find the easiest to do? I want you to think about these questions because tomorrow we're going to talk about Cupid's story, and I want you to become the best lawyer you can be to help Cupid with his problem.